It's about an hour until the SABC shutdown against planned job cuts at the public broadcaster. And journalists are fuming over the restructuring process and want retrenchment set aside. Well, let's chat now to the Secretary General of the Communication Workers Union, that's Aubrey Tshabalala, giving us some of his time this morning. Aubrey, thanks so much for your time. And why are you going ahead with this protest or blackout despite the 7-day hold on retrenchments, which we learnt about in the early hours of this morning?
Good morning to you and the viewers at home. We basically following the law. In terms of Section 189, if the parties in a dispute should communicate, they will do that just like we did when we sent our notice for a strike through the CCMA, and that's how you communicate. If there was information and SABC was genuine about the process, it would have.
All right, a bit of a connection problem there with the all right, Aubrey, I think we have you back. You can continue, yes, if you can hear me. All right, still a problem there with Aubrey's line. We'll try and get him back on.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, Aubrey.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Please continue with what you were saying.
Yes, we are basically raising that question. So we don't think that SABC is genuine. And again, these are human beings. We are not dealing with bricks. So we cannot allow our members to be in the emotional roller coaster. 2 days ago, there was a retraction of letters. The following days were reinstated. Today, they're talking 7 days. We don't even know the principle around these 7 days. What informs the 7 days? What will be happening between the 7 days? When we reach the 7 days, will they revoke again the retrenchment? Our demand is very simple. Withdraw the dismissal letters and, of course, abandon retrenchment.
All right. Well, it seems, Aubrey, from what we're hearing, the SABC board itself is actually divided on the issue of retrenchments. Does that give you some hope? Does that give you something to work with in the meantime?
Yes, it does confirm our long-standing suspicion that only a few individuals are basically running that board. We have even gone to details and look at the board fees claims, where you find an individual that is the chairperson of the board who's chairing every subcommittee of that board, which in turn will actually supplement his salary. And he has a retain and all of them. Then if you look at the chair and others, which are very few, and their board fees, there's a huge difference with the others. And that's why the deputy chair, Mahmoud was saying, some of this information, they are not privy to them. It's only the few that knows, and therefore they cannot be part of such a decision. These are the indications of the paralysis and the collapse. Hence, we have called for SABC to be under administration.
All right, Aubrey, let's just go back to when all of these problems came to light and, you know, when everything started to fall apart at the SABC. It was during the time of Hladi Motsoeneng. And as the Communication Workers Union, going back all that time, you were strong supporters of Hladi Motsoeneng. And as we know, like I said, this is where it all fell apart. You were part of the problem with your support and standing by him and applauding his appointment as well. So how much of the responsibility, how much of the accountability do you take as a union representing these workers for where you find yourselves now?
Well, I'm glad you've asked that question, and it's been repeatedly said to us that the collapse of SABC started when we have ghost employees, way back before Claude even came in.
Okay, well. All right, unfortunately, our line to Aubrey there, not so great. We'll try and get him back, but he's just explaining that they don't have any faith in this hold on retrenchments, and they don't believe that they're being told everything, and they will go ahead with their protest. Pity he couldn't answer that last question for us, but we'll try and get him back.